Now I'm just flying when I see over horizons. Don't make me go back.
What's up? What's up, y'all? The MJ Podcast.
Hi,
It's M up in here.
it's Jay.
Welcome to another MJ Podcast where we follow love, faith is our lifestyle. Love and faith is our lifestyle. Always have something to stand on and believe in, guys. Let that keep you grounded as you go through each and every situation in life. Have love. I don't really have much, but would you rather question.
Okay.
And my would you rather question is, would you rather know when you're going to die or know how you're going to die?
Mm, Interesting. Mm.
What you get? Which one? Would you rather know when you're going to die or how you want to die?
I don't know. I guess when
Why you choose that?
so that I can prepare for the time, like get myself together and prepare for the time.
I got the same answer. I really want to know. I don't want to know how. Uh, However that happens, it just happens. But knowing when, if I had to choose between the two, I would rather know when, so I can prepare and do all the things I want to do before that time come, or whatever the case may be. So I'm rocking with you on when.
Mm, That's interesting. What made you? I'm sorry. That was interesting. What made you come up with that question?
It's a question I saw on something. He was talking about it, and I thought about it. And I'm just like, it's a good topic. I mean, I know a lot of people try to avoid thinking about death or whatever the case may be, but sooner or later we all have to die, right? And I was like, okay, which one would I rather know? I really didn't care about how. How did it happen? I mean, what's the point of knowing how? I guess because you can avoid it, I guess, or whatever the case may be. Like, if you know you're gonna get hit by a car or something, you probably be more careful in how you. To me, that'd be something that I always worry about if I knew how.
That's the thought process I went with that. If I chose that, like I'll be so anxious
Instead
or
of just
worried.
living life.
Yeah.
So knowing when, it just give me time to, like I say, prepare or do all the things I wanted to do before the time comes. So it wouldn't be much to worry about. I still can live the life I wanted to live, then be ready to go when it's time to go and be at ease with it.
I think if you look at it from of points or whatever, you still might be anxious because you're like, dang, I only got 3 more months, or 3 days, or
Yeah,
whatever.
but around that
But
time come though, you be. I mean, only can talk about me. I'll probably be okay. I got myself together. I did everything I wanted to do and got everything out the way. I probably, I don't know, be at ease at that point,
yeah,
ready to go or ready to go at that point.
yeah,
Yeah, my mindset would be, okay, I'm ready.
yeah. Well, you ain't got no choice because it's gonna happen.
Right. So that's my mindset to be at that point. But that's what I had. Would you rather? I know I heard a lot of people doing would you rather. Another one I heard was would you rather have some would you rather be with somebody with the rest of your life that you love or be with uh somebody they love you but you didn't love them?
I saw that too, and that one is interesting. Um, it said I would rather be with someone I love.
Even though they didn't love you?
Yeah, versus being with somebody who loved me and I didn't love them.
Why is that your choice?
Because if I don't love you, I feel like go on, get away from me. Like I'll be so. We just talked about frustrated. But you would really know I'm frustrated or annoyed by you if I was in a situation like that.
Meaning having somebody that love you that you didn't love.
Yeah, I didn't love. Because if you don't love, I don't know. You should love everybody, which I do love everybody, but it's a different type
Yeah,
of
I'm about to say this is a
love.
different type of love we speaking about.
Yeah. So I put it.
I would rather, I guess I would rather love somebody than them to love me. Uh, but that's coming from a spiritual aspect because I'm always thinking about how God would handle it or how God do me and He loved me in spite of my, in spite of my shortcomings and everything. And sometimes how we treat God is showing Him that we don't love Him sometimes. So I would try to put myself in His shoes. So that's why I would pick that option. Loving somebody if they didn't love
Yeah. Yeah.
me. I mean, I feel like I can deal with that than me not loving somebody but they love me. I wouldn't be able to live with uh, looking at that person dealing with that pain or their hardship or something like that. But if it was like on the other hand, I feel like I can deal with it. I'm strong enough to deal with it.
So it's funny that you ask those like would you rather questions because and would you rather be in love and this and that. So for those who don't know, I am a school social worker. I work with children from kindergarten to 12th grade. Um, and so today I was at the high school and a group of girls, we were like, they came in, they were like just talking, conversing with one another. And one of them is a senior, and she was like, one of the principals at our school told her basically she had two colleges that she got accepted to.
That's what's up.
Spelman and Xavier.
Round of applause. Round of applause for her. Oh, my bad. Round of applause for her. That's what's up. Congratulations.
Yeah. So, well, her principal told her to go to Xavier to meet, basically to meet a Southern man. Well, both of the schools are down south. However, we all know Atlanta is a little more fast-paced. Well, I don't know if you know. Atlanta is a little more fast-paced than New Orleans. So, when she said that, I bust out laughing because being from the South, I have heard a lot of. I went to Clark Atlanta University, as you can see in the background. I am a proud alumna, whatever, graduate of Clark Atlanta University. While there, a lot of girls.
I went to St. Louis Christian College.
A lot of girls from different places. Like when you go to Clark Atlanta, you meet people from all over, not just the U.S., but out of like all over the world. And some of the girls who I was friends with, or just girls who I interact with or talk with in passing, they all said that weren't from the South. All were said that they were told to come down south to find a man to marry. And I just found it interesting because that was never nothing I was taught or advice I was given. And I know me and you had a conversation once because your sister is going to be going off to college soon. And I was like, well, it should be about what you're going to college for because some people do go to college just to get married or look for a significant other, and some go to college to get the education, some for both. Like you just have different reasons of why you're going to school. So I just wanted to get your input on that. Like I laughed, but I was like, that's real because girls don't talk that. Like you should. Me personally, I would want to teach my daughter that, or my son, my kids that. But mainly my daughter is, yeah, go to school, but also get your education, get your degree, get that or whatever. But yeah, also in the mix of it, you can playfully meet your mate. The one who.
So what's the question for me?
Like, what's your view on it? What's your thought?
About going to college?
yeah, of what college is for, or telling girls that they should go to school to meet a
Um,
guy.
um,
Or what's your view on Southern guys versus other guys from, I guess, your
I don't know
this
nothing
area?
about Southern
Or,
guys. I'm straight city. So I
but just
don't.
because you're from the South don't mean you're not city.
Huh?
Just because you're from the South don't mean you're not from the
I'm not
city.
saying that. I'm just saying I'm not. I'm straight city. So I don't know nothing about Southern guys or in that case. Like I said, my mindset is I mean, if you feel like you need to go to college to get where you need to be in life, get there. I mean, it's not I'm not too I know when we young or whatever, especially in the black community, that's why we that's what we think about the most of mating and dating and
Well,
mating and dating and finding your significant other. And I know in the black community that's big to us. And family always been big to, you know, so-called black people. Um, but like I said, I'm big on making sure you in that rightful place, you in that right place. Um, that right place may be different from that, depending on that individual. So make sure you're in that right place to be able to take care of the things or in the right position to be able to take care of the things you trying to put in your life or bring into your life. Make sure making sure you as an individual is ready for that mate. I know we get this because of our movies and because of our what we watch on TV and these so-called love stories, and we try to make our situation like those love stories that we was raised up on and things like that. So me, when it comes to finding that mate or being with that mate or being with that significant other, let it happen naturally.
I agree with that component of it, but what as far as like girls being told to go get a man or this and that, no, they're not being told. This generation that I'm speaking of, they're not being told that.
This generation has been told
They're taught to go get the bag, out of this, out of that, and not procreate or this.
But then again, this generation is different because, like you said, they taught to go get the bag and everything, and dudes are really not looking at these females because of that.
So that's why I'm saying, like, I, I, I think it was good for the principal to tell her that, because some girls don't hear that. They don't.
I don't think it was cool.
That's not
I
what
don't.
that
I won't say that's the principal position to tell the children or the child to do that. I think that's.
And I'm not saying she was telling her like that. It's just like, hey, fun conversation.
I hear you, but that's mom and dad job. Like that's mom and dad job or what? Making sure, because that young lady probably not ready to be in a relationship. Like I said, that's mom and dad's job, and only mom and dad knows basically what that child is mature enough to take in or what that child is able to handle.
I don't think mom and dad know that to full capacity.
I'm just saying that. That's what I'm saying. That's what
individual.
That's what it's broken.
The child
That's what's broken at. Like I know for me, but that's different because I'm a male, and as a male, to be honest, as males, we're not going. Yes, we dating, we looking at girls all the time and everything, but we're not going to college and thinking about finding that one. As males, just be 100. We're not going to college thinking about finding that one. I'm thinking about my career and what I'm trying to get to in life. And getting that done, then I might go out and party. And if I meet a girl, I meet a girl. We might hook up or whatever. But I'm not thinking about going to college and I'm gonna find a girl of my dreams and be with her for the rest of my life. If that happens, that happens. But guys are not thinking that way.
Mm-hmm.
Guys are trying to reach a certain level in their life. But that's why I'm always talking about like girls and guys. We are different. But in today's society, like you were just saying, in today's society, they're trying to push the agenda on girls to be just like guys. So you get a lot of girls being taught in today's generation, go chase the bag, go chase the bag, go chase the bag, go chase the bag. Well, as guys, that's how we are already programmed to think. Because as guys, we are already been told, okay, nobody's gonna do anything for us. And as guys, we already been told that we had to get it ourselves. We don't got no handout, especially as a so-called black man. Nobody gonna hand you anything or give you anything. So we already feel like, okay, I gotta do it by myself. If I don't do it, nobody else gonna do it for me. As for girls, I think y'all raised up a little different and with a different mentality. We automatically put in that position to like survive. Also tell that girl with that mentality, with that being told to her, like, be careful. 'Cause that's setting yourself up for heartbreaks too.
It is. I
Like,
will be honest.
like, no, that's why I
I
said
think you're looking at it as like, oh, I'm getting to college. Oh, this guy, he likes me. Oh, we're gonna get married. No, that's not the advice.
No, I'm just saying.
What the advice is
I'm saying, like I said, guys are not looking like going to college thinking about that. Guys are thinking about getting in a position I need to get what's mine. Meaning I'm trying to reach a certain level in life, and I'm also if I'm not doing that, I'm thinking about having fun. I'm not thinking about, oh, let me go find this young lady and we're gonna be together for the rest of our life. And we're gonna no. But guys is not thinking that way. I'm just being honest.
Okay.
Guys are not going. I know going to college because that's what's presented to you on TV. You going to college, okay? You got to do your book work, but most of the time, what they show you in college, parties, wilding out, acting dumb. That's what they show you about in college. Or I don't care what you're watching. You're not really going to college to learn anything unless you're really working towards a field. But other than that, party. That's what mostly they show. That's what mostly they tell you about college. No matter what movie or show you watch when they got to do with college student, they telling you, okay, it's gonna be a whole bunch of parties and act wild and act back butt wild.
Okay. But yeah,
Again, that's just me.
I think it's different strokes for different.
But I would also with that mentality, I would always also tell that young lady to be very, very careful. And the reason I'm saying be very careful because I know guys are not thinking that way, and that's setting yourself up for a lot of heartbreaks.
That I okay. I'll go back to what I'm saying because I do think it will set you up, but I'm not saying that. Don't be so gullible. You are going there to get an education because college is not cheap.
But can you say most girls who go in college thinking that way are good?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. And guys are not thinking that way. And that's why when you send somebody off with that mentality, it's not. This is like guys are not thinking that way. I'm just keeping it 100. Guys are not thinking that way. So I don't know. I'm sorry, y'all. It seems like we talk about movies a lot on here, but me and Jaleesa, after spending time with family, did see the new Michael B. Jordan movie, and I know a lot of people probably think it's just your normal, regular love story, and it's really not. It's really very. It's really very eye opening. And it also shows you like what what people in the military go through, and not being able to be with their families 24/7, and also if you're a military family, what mothers and children have to go through, or whatever the case may be, got to go through with their significant others, off in war and off in the military, and it's kind of sad in a way.
It could be depressing for the family.
Yeah, not being able to
communicate when they want to.
communicate when they want to or do things when they want to. But what the part that got me is just the character of Michael B. Jordan. It was based on a true story, uh, and doing what he can, leaving little hints of notes, doing what he can for his son to grow up in this world, and leaving some kind of piece of him for his son, knowing that look, I might not be here for when you grow up or for the rest of your life. So here's some keys, here's some notes, here's some uh, what's the word I'm looking for? Just give him wisdom or some instruction on what it's going to be like as growing up. Uh, Son, carry yourself this way, or be respectful to your mother, or protect your mother, or and things like that. And also watching the mother having to get over uh, her bitterness of losing the love of her life because she didn't want to go down that road because to revisit those things that may hurt her for her son to know the truth. I know a lot of parents who go through that, they don't want to experience or re-experience those things because it may cause a trigger. But that child may need that at that point in time. So for her to allow herself to be vulnerable to re-experience those things for her child, even though it may hurt me on how I feel, me to deny my feelings, so you can see who your father was, so you can know who your father was, even though it may trigger me and bring up some experiences that hurt me and I miss, but I can get over that pain knowing that you know who you are and where you come from and who you can be and know who your father was. That's very important in life. And a lot of us, including me, probably grew up without having a father in the household. You're like, okay, I know mom's side of the story, but what's pop's side of the story? And a lot of time, black fathers get this bad reputation of not being there. We're all not locked up in jail, or we're all not bad fathers, but something happened, and usually you don't hear that father side of the story. So I thought the movie was dope for that reason because it allowed the son to find out, okay, my father was a hero instead of being my father being a person who locked up in jail, or my father wasn't good for nothing, or no, my father was a hero and he died for a country so I can live. So I thought that was dope, and I thought how the father left a piece of him so his son can know how to be a man when he grow up. So I thought that movie was dope. The movie I'm talking about A Journal for Jordan with Michael B. Jordan. I can't remember the young actress name. I thought that movie was dope. What you think?
I agree. I love how the mom gave the dad the journal when she found out she was pregnant or something, and to start just noting. And I'm happy he did it. And I think that's something that each parent should do, because we talked about college. Like, those are things you could take off with you forever. Those stay with you forever. You can refer to, like, that young boy who is now a man. He could. Those are lessons he could still look back at and utilize or just reminisce on.
Sorry, y'all. If y'all didn't see the movie, there might be spoilers. Please go see
you
the movie.
You should have seen it by now. It's been almost it hasn't. But anyway, sorry. But yeah, those are things I think are sentimental and should be something that all parents should do.
So with that said, if you had a daughter or son, what would be something you would want your child to know? Like, if you had one message to give to your child, because we talked about would you rather knowing how to die, knowing when you die, or whatever. But if you had one message to give to your child, what would you want your child to know? about you or just about life or about anything, what would you want that? What would you leave your child?
Mm, I want them to know that life is going to be full of ups and downs, um, and that through those ups, just hold on to their faith, stay within their word, and know that their mom is with them in spirit.
Okay, that's what's up.
What would you say?
Uh, Man, it really depending on the child, but it really depends on the child, a girl, a boy. But I would want my child to know that I love them, and I did that. I did all I could for you to have what you want in life, to be successful, to be strong, to know that you come from a strong family, uh, to know that you wherever you go, you demand respect. If you're a young black boy, know that you are a king. There's uh, king blood inside of you. And to my young lady, to my young princess, I would want to know that she's a queen and she should be treated as such. Uh, so I would want my son and my daughter to walk with class and walk with respect. And not only when you walk in respect, uh, you demand a certain respect. And so I want them to know their worth, know their value, know that your value is worth more than any treasure in this world. That's the main thing I want my child to know, that their value is worth so much. If they get that from me or their mother, from anybody, they know their value. That is important for me. But if you haven't seen that movie, we sorry for the spoilers. Um, like I said, the movie was dope, and I feel like for any child or for any couple, that's a good movie to go see. Especially if you with a significant other or whatever. It just give you okay. As a man and as a woman, it show you okay. This is what I need to do, or if I'm talking about having children, this is what I need to make sure. Like just to make sure where you at in that spectrum. So I thought the movie was dope. Like when me and Lisa first started talking, I always ask about her father and how did she treat her father or what did she think about her father or whatever. And I wanted to meet her father, and the reason because of that reason because is young ladies seem to go after seem to go after or end up with people that's kind of just like their father, and the father is usually especially for young girls, the father is usually the the mark, the expectation mark, and when a young lady meeting a man or whatever, they're gonna go back to they're gonna compare that man to her father. And me in our relationship, I wanted to know her father and what it do, and it just so ends up happened that he's also a minister and a pastor. Excuse me, as well. And I didn't want the feelings that she had for her father to rub off on me or compare me to those mistakes or to those things. So I wanted to I try to encourage even with me and my mother and my father, whatever. When you in relationship, your relationship seems to compare or relate to the relationship you had with your mother and your father, and those triggers can affect your relationship. So I thought that was dope how they showed that in the movie. Again, if you haven't seen the movie, the young lady father, I guess, cheated before,
Mm-hmm.
and she ended up growing up with that trust issue,
Mm-hmm.
and end up dating a guy who was just like her father in the military, off to war and everything. So the time came, and she couldn't get to him or get in touch with him. That's the first thing she went to, thinking that he was cheating, and he was actually out there serving, helping.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that showing that we all got triggers and things that we go through in life, and it can affect our relationships with our significant other, and it's important that you get to the root of that and where that comes from. And I think Michael B. Jordan was able to address it and see, because he even told her, "I'm not your father,"
Mm-hmm.
in the movie, and I think that opened her eyes and realized, okay,
Yeah. But it takes somebody like that. That's yeah.
say what you was gonna say.
No. Yeah. I agree with
So so when I'm watching these movies, I don't watch it like everybody else watches these movies. I watch it. I take what I can learn from it, but I also know I see other things that's involved in movies and everything. But I just try to see the relationships between significant characters and things like that. So I thought that was dope for them to address that she did have trust issues because of her father or because of her parents. What her parents, or watching her parents and seeing what her parents went through. And a lot of us go through those same things because it's something that happened. We saw happen to mom. It's something that saw happen to dad. Or it just shows that how your childhood can affect your future.
you. Mm-hmm. It's called generational curses, and you got to tackle it. And she was able to tackle that due to her significant other addressing it and bringing it to the light. So yeah, the lady who played the mom, I think this was her very first major like role, starring role or something, and she did an awesome job.
Yeah, she did good.
Everybody in the movie did a good job, honestly.
Hmm. Yep, that was dope. That was dope, guys. You got anything else, Jay?
Not really.
Not really. Well, since you brought up the whole college thing again, congratulations to the young lady who's who got what, two?
Mm-hmm.
Two colleges that's looking at her. Congratulations again.
Yes.
Round of applause. Uh, Again, my sister will be heading down that road, and since we're talking about college, what was you, what was your mindset going into college? What was you thinking about college when you came to college? The pressure, and how did you pick the school you wanted to go to? And what was your, what was like for Jaleesa around that time?
Well, yeah.
What?
How I picked the college I wanted to go to. Back in I graduated high school in '06. So '06, Atlanta was popping. Every song on the radio was from artists from Atlanta. It was just a popping. I knew.
Was that Rich Brian song out? Wait till you see my
Yeah, it was just popping. So me and my good friend Dan, we said, yeah, everybody.
Lil Jon and ASAP. No, it's
Everybody.
okay.
So me and my friend had said we was gonna go to school in Atlanta. Well, I knew I wanted to go to school in Atlanta or New Orleans, but my senior year in high school is when Katrina hit. So that's how it just got narrowed down to going to Atlanta. Well,
Katrina had an effect on where you're picking college?
yeah, you know that what happened.
Yeah, I'm just saying, because of Katrina.
Yeah, because the hurricane hit in my senior year in high school, and the city shut down. So, you know what happened with Katrina.
Yeah.
So yeah. So it was reopened by the time I would have went to college, but it was still going through the remodeling part.
Mm-hmm.
So I actually didn't even go to college right after high school. I went to the community college, and I wanted to be grown and live life, and I did that. So I didn't go to Clark until I was like 22 years old. Actually, I went there because at a point in my life I was just stuck.
Just stuck.
Yeah, and like I really didn't know what to do next or anything. And shout out to my girl, Miss Tasha Prudhomme. Like, she encouraged me and was like, basically this was the time to like go apply and do it. And I did. I applied on my birthday. I got the acceptance letter. And that was that. Now, yeah, in the movies you see that college is about partying and all this and that. But I'm not a partier. I didn't really go to the club like that, didn't do all of that type of stuff. So when I went down for orientation that summer, I was like, oh no, because it was straight party. Like, no.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, this is not for me. Mm-mm. But that was also a good thing because that I didn't go straight out of high school because I probably would have been so like very distracted, just lost. So anyway, when at 22, went to Clark Atlanta. I chose that school because I knew I wanted to go to a HBCU, and I knew I wanted to go to school in Atlanta. I didn't want to go to school in Texas because my dad went to Prairie View and I wasn't trying to go to Prairie View. And I did not want to go to TSU. Those not the only HBCUs, but those are like the knowns. So yeah, that's how I went. What was the other part of your question?
Just your story on going to college.
Well, for me, it was a different process because I wasn't straight out of high school. I was a grown woman trying to just figure life out. I was in a different stage than what I guess the young lady who I was talking about is in. And that's why I say I agree because I went focusing on something totally different. My mind, I wasn't really thinking about dudes like that because I had already experienced that part of life. So yeah. Did I talk to dudes? Yeah. I hung out, we like had fun or whatever. But I didn't like taking something serious. It wasn't until it was like my last year I thought of like, well dang, who like what options are there to settle down with somebody or whatever. So yeah.
I don't want to seem like I don't seem like well, I don't want to seem. I'm trying to think of the word. My focus when going to college, yes, I was heavy in church, so that had a big influence on what college I went to. When I say I was heavy in church, meaning like I was involved in church deeply, and I took my relationship with God serious. Now, just because I say I took my relationship with God serious doesn't mean I was perfect. That would mean I was perfect, but I wanted to know more about Him. This when my curiosity started to grow about the things that I was learning at church, and believe it or not, I learned more from church than I was learning from school. And I was big on history. This don't mean I was a boring person. This don't mean I wasn't out there wilding. I wasn't out there dating. Yes, I was out there dating, but I was trying to find myself. Like Marcus, what you want to do? I mean, I had options. I was good at art. I I was good at sports. I mean, I liked to play sports. I was good at art. Did a little poetry, a little drama here and there. So I had options on. I was dancing. Like I had options on things I can do or things I can went to college for. But nothing. None of those like stuck with me. Like yes, I can do those things. Yes, I still can do those things. But none of those really like it wasn't like a challenge for me. And knowing who God was something I wanted. I always talk about this talk, and I remember this talk clearly. And just like you, I didn't hop straight into college. And the reason why, because I really wanted to know what. Sorry, y'all. I really wanted to know what I wanted to do. I didn't want to go in college and waste money and not knowing what I wanted to do. Even though I was being pressured, I really wish I wasn't being pressured. Meaning from my stepdad, I felt pressured because I felt like he was looking for a certain thing or a certain time period. And I know how a lot of people got that like time watch on their hand. You got to do this at a certain age. You got to do this at a certain age. You got to do this at a certain age. For me, I wanted to be sure of what I wanted to do and what path I wanted to take. And like I said, I always go back to this of him asking me this question of what you want to do with your life. And like whatever I do, I want to do it for God. And like I said, I'm not trying to get preachy, but when I say I'm like serious about this thing, I'm very serious about it. So speaking about love, faith, and lifestyle, this is basically my lifestyle. And that's what got me to choose. Like, of course, I was thinking about girls and everything, but it wasn't a focus of mine of oh, I gotta get married, I gotta get this. That wasn't. That's what I say. Like guys, like going to college, thinking about that. We're really thinking about what I'm going to be when it's all said and done, and trying to be a provider and a protector and have those things for when that time comes. I'm not thinking about soulmate. That wasn't until after college, until I got like 27, 25. After college, when I started, okay, God, who's my soulmate? Other than that, I wasn't thinking about who I'm going to spend my life with. This is a young man talking about being successful in life and having a little bachelor pad. So that's why I can tell you, that's why I can say, like, guys are in college are not thinking about that specific thing. We're thinking about getting paper. We're thinking about being successful, being somewhere in life, having everything we want, and probably living like a bachelor for a little while, having everything until that time comes. So for me, I went to St. Louis Christian College, and while I was going to St. Louis Christian College, I was also working at the same time, working in the grocery store. So I was going back and forth to school and work, school and work. So I didn't really have enough time to check out any females or go to college parties or anything like that, because after I was done with school, I went to work, so I couldn't really join the basketball team like I wanted. I just remember not doing everything, not being able to do everything I wanted to do and make an impact in college like I wanted to. I was offered, I had people offering me to join the praise team and do a whole bunch of things. But like I said, because I was going to work and going back and forth to work in school, like I had a class, I think at 6:30 every morning. So for me, it's kind of difficult. My college years was kind of difficult, but I learned, still learning, and my brain level at that expertise is very high, I can say. But that was my college experience. It was work.
I worked too. I ain't got no choice. Well, the first year I didn't, but after that I had no choice.
So I don't really have time to think about who my soulmate gonna be and what's that and all that.
I guess if you look at it like it's not. That's what I want to get across. It's not like, oh, go to college and you know, like you're saying, over time. When you in college, you meet people from all over.
True.
You build friendships. Like even with girls, like your homegirl or whatever. Your roommate. That's how it started out. I'll use me for example. When I went to college, I lived in the suites. Had one girl in the little suite with me. We had the bathroom, and in the other suite was two other girls. My best friend to this day was in that other suite. The one in the suite with me. My very first day there, me and her hung out. I learned we wasn't on the same level, but she was my roommate, so it had to be some type of relationship there, or whatever. So it's just like knowing, like, okay, we cool or whatever, but we not friends. We associates basically. However, within my suite mate, that's a good person that became one of my best good friends. So that's what I'm saying with dating. A guy, I made him meet him in the cafeteria that day. We eating, we vibing or whatever, but then I figure out he's not the one for me. Like use it as a way to date and learn people and have those guys who you have those strong relationships with, and maybe it can flourish into something bigger.
I hear you. Like I said, like I said, if it happens, it happens. I would say.
I'm not saying make it happen either. That's not what I'm saying.
I would say, like I said, I'm not saying don't connect with people. Matter of fact, in college, that's what you should do. Connect with people, because when you reach a certain spot and they reach a certain spot, you able to you already had that networking relationship to connect with those individuals who's making it to whatever they making it to, and you making it to where you. So I would say that's the most important thing about college is networking. What's your field? What you trying to accomplish, or It's just me. I'm not big on if you, like I said, if you find that case, if you have that case, okay, so be it. But I'm not going in the mindset of thinking date. It's just if I get a date, I get a date. It's just I just think that's how guys look at it.
Yeah, but I'm not saying date.
I'm not saying
it's
you are.
It's gonna naturally happen.
I'm not saying you are. I'm just saying.
I'm not saying either go out there and just mess around with any and everybody either. But I'm saying is be open to whatever comes.
So network. If you find somebody that, I probably could do business with them later in life, I might want to keep them around. So so be it. I think that's the main important thing about college. I wish I could have more time to do network. So that way, when you get wherever you're trying to be in life, or you need help reaching a certain level in life with your business or whatever the case may be, you're able to go back to, I remember this person in college was talking about doing such and such and such. Let's see what they had nowadays. Or maybe I can network with them or connect with them. So that's why I think college is big for.
Mm-hmm.
You do get to meet people and see what field or what field they going into, or you probably find some like-minded people that you're able to connect with, and y'all able to grow together, or whatever the case may be. But like I said, that things happen naturally. Like I said, I think too many of us get caught up on certain things, and we end up missing what's for us in that moment, in that time period, because we get so caught up in other stuff. Well, we miss out on the things that, like I said, I can say here, we miss out on the season that I'm in, because I'm so focused on the next season or the season 2 years from now. No, focus on the season you're in and accomplish that season. Then once you get to that next season in life, then focus on that season in life, then focus on those things. And too many times we look over the season we in, because we so in a rush to get to another season in life. So that's just uh my perspective from it. And I just asked about the college thing because, like you said, you talk about talking to a young lady who going to college, and like I said, I got a sister that's going to college. So for all you college people or students that's going to college, this is a big moment in your life. It's time to grow up, and life is going to hit you, and you got to be prepared for whatever life throw at your way. So
Choose what's best for you.
that would be my advice. Anything else, Jay?
No, that's all I got.
So I hope y'all enjoy what we had to talk about. Again, I'm sorry for my coughing. Like I said, I just got over a little cold. Getting better. For some reason, I can't get rid of this cough. It's kind of making me mad. But other than that, man, we'll see y'all next time, I guess. Stay prayed up. This is another MJ podcast. Love, faith, lifestyle. See y'all next time, man. We out.
Bye.
Peace.